have to buy it. All 1,000 naira.
Which one is that?
7% deposit. Just 1,000.
My dear colleagues, the PDP wishes to bring to the attention of the world that the All Progressives Congress is all out to destabilize our nation and destroy our hard-earned democracy. The time has come for all Nigerians to stand in unity to defend our nation and salvage her from political marauders and oppressive elements. Our nation is already aware of the desperation by the APC to annex the Supreme Court, subjugate and browbeat the justices, and direct judicial determinations to suit their selfish ends. The public space is already awash with reports of how the APC has been threatening and piling pressure on the justices of the Supreme Court to force a reversal of valid judgments already delivered on the Bayelsa and Zamfara governorship elections, where the party, APC, suffered self-inflicted losses. Nigerians know that the APC has been going through a hemorrhage since the Supreme Court delivered valid judgments of Bayelsa and Zamfara. And as a result, they are no longer interested in the logic of this judgment. Rather, they have since thrown caution to the wind to destabilize our nation and destroy our hard-earned democracy, especially the judiciary. The APC federal government is leading all forms of battles against the rule of law and constitutionalism. The PDP holds that our sacrifices for the sustenance of democracy, as demonstrated in our patriotic comportment towards the verdicts of the court on the presidential election, as well as Osun, Kano, Katsina and Kaduna Governorship Election Tribunal, subsists. Moreover, there is a consensus among majority of Nigerians and even the international community that there was obvious miscarriage of justice by the Supreme Court panel on the Imo State governorship election, for which the PDP accordingly reverted to the Supreme Court, asking it to correct the manifest mistakes and errors in the judgment, which are already in the public domain. However, the PDP finds it ludicrous, ridiculous, and insulting to the sensibilities and respect of the Supreme Court justices for the APC to hurriedly and malevolently head to the Supreme Court to attempt to untwist the Lord Justices to effect a forceful reversal of the valid, flawless, and faultless judgments on Bayelsa and Zamfara state governorship elections. Consequently, the National Working Committee of our great party, the People's Democratic Party, after comprehensive consultations, states that our party has no choice left, given the manner with which the APC has conducted itself, than to ask for a review of the judgment of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, where the issue of certificate forgery and or presentation of false information in the aid of qualifications was clearly established against the APC and her presidential candidate. The same applies to the judgment on the Katsina governorship election petition, where lawyers also established similar issue of certificate forgery. The PDP equally has no choice than to ask the Supreme Court to review the Kano, Kaduna, and Katsina election judgments because of manifest violence and substantial non-compliance to our electoral law. The PDP also asked the Supreme Court to review its judgment on the Osun governorship election in view of manifest, complete, and total disregard to our electoral rules in the conduct of the election. Our party, the People's Democratic Party, will not fold its hands and watch enemies of our hard-earned democracy, who contributed nothing to its birth, to continue to appropriate our collective sovereignty for their selfish political gain, while destroying our institution and holding our people to ransom. I welcome you all. Yes. Yes. You want to review what? No, this. Yes, Friday. Yes, pressing. In view of the character and the attitude of the All Progressives Congress, the party will have no choice left than to demand for the review. I think it's very clear. Than to demand for the review of those judgments.
So when you say review, as PDP instructed the lawyers?
You just asked the same question now. Totally different. That's why we said that. That's why we said that.
Pre-election matter was handled as a post-election matter, and besides, they said that
Decisions that were taken in respect of Zamfara and Bayelsa States were valid and faultless. And for APC, because it has suffered hemorrhage, to begin to progress towards political gerrymandering is totally unacceptable to us in the People's Democratic Party, and we are going to move ahead to demand that the judgments in respect of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal and all the states that we have listed to be reviewed.
Yes, one question, please.
Yes. Well, that's a very hypothetical question. And as you know, in the People's Democratic Party, we don't answer to hypothetical issues. We don't respond to hypothetical issues. We respond to realities. So let that hypothetical situation, let it occur. When it occurs, we'll respond to it.
Secondly, MPS, are you saying making this press conference just to scare them away, or you are actually serious in your call for demand for a review? Have you approached the court to that effect?
I have come out to say that this is the position of the People's Democratic Party, that we will go and make the demand for review. What else do we want?
So
What else?
What are you filing?
When we file, I'll bring it to the court.